Good morning. Happy Saturday, everybody. Welcome to Success My Way Coaching with me, Dr. Lakisha, your life coach and destiny cheer captain. I specialize in helping you with all 12 areas of your life. Welcome today. Today, we're talking about signs of a happy person. In fact, I have 19, count them, 19 signs of a happy person. So I am wearing my planner shirt, and I can show you in the pursuit of happiness when I went to the Go Wild conference. So I was like, you know what? We're talking about happiness. Let me wear my in pursuit of happiness shirt. And then for my cup, I also have a cup of happy with me. So I'm really ready to talk about happiness. So if you're with me, let me know you're with me in the chat. I am alive, and we are going to be talking about 19 signs of a happy person because sometimes we don't know if we're happy or not. Like, how do we know if we're happy? So I'm going to talk to you about 19 signs of a happy person. This month, I decided to focus on the science of happiness, because I studied it. I absolutely love this science. And I want to share it with those who want to hear. Those who hear, let them hear about happiness, because I'm about to share it with you. And I often get that. I often get people saying, Lakeisha, how come you're so happy? Why do you think I'm happy? Like, what do you think are the signs of a happy person? It may surprise you, and some people you think are happy are not really happy. So let's get our happiness straight today. Good morning, Alma. Thank you for saying good morning. If you're here, please say good morning in the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Um, Today we're going to be talking about happiness. Just a couple of housekeeping reminders while you get your pen and paper. You don't want to get your pen and paper for this one. Um, so get your pen and paper. Mm, sorry, yeah, I have Ready Whip in here. So get your pen and paper, and we're going to get started. So just a couple things before we start. I am in the middle of a virtual summer camp. I'm so excited about this virtual summer camp. The reason why I'm doing it as a life coach is to build your community. Actually, that is a sign of happiness, like being part of a community. So we're going to have our next one. I said July 27th, but actually I found out I was traveling after that. So it actually will be July 24th, Monday, July 24th. So I'm going to change the date on all the advertisements, and then I'm going to send the advertisements out for the second camp day. And what are we doing? We are crafting and coloring. So I have a craft. I do have a craft that requires like glitter and hodgepodge from the Dollar Tree. Nothing else major. You just need to bring something you want to bling. It's going to be a bling out crafting, and then we're going to just color and talk. So it's going to be nice. That's going to be Monday, July 24th, and then the last one is going to be on, I think it's a Thursday, August 24th. That's going to be the last virtual summer camp experience for adults only. It's not for kids. It's just for adults, because we might be talking about some stuff. So it's for adults. That is going to be on August 24th. And that one's going to be a financial vision board. We're going to have fun on the 24th because we're getting ready for the holidays. Okay, so we're going to do a financial vision board, and you can either do it digitally on your phone or on your computer, or you can just do it the old fashioned way with magazines and cut them out and paste them and make a collage and stuff. And then we'll present them. So y'all, just pure fun. If you are interested, please, please, please join. I put the link down below. For you to join the virtual summer camp. It is $30. It's $30, $15 per one, $15 for each one. So if you want to join those, go ahead and sign up. Now you may say, Lakeisha, I like this one, but I don't like that one. If you want to just join one, let me know because I have to give you my PayPal so you can pay just the $115 price. But we already had the first one, y'all. In June, we had a karaoke and game party. I gave out giveaways. The giveaways, I shipped them out. It was so much fun. So if you can make it, join this community, okay? Good morning, Marva. Good morning, Slay Maya. That's my daughter. Good. Oh my God, you look so pretty. Satter Slay. Of course, she's gonna say Slay. Thank you, Monya. That's my baby. So that's the first one. That is the first one. And then the second announcement is that I am going to be doing a video on one of my new offerings. Yes, I'm uber excited about this new offering. This new offering came out of clients telling me they want a more intimate experience with life coaching, because I do group coaching, but sometimes you don't want to talk about stuff in a group coaching. You want to just really get to the weeds of something that's really bothering you individually. So I have created a personal coaching experience that is one on one with me for 2.5 hours. Yeah, that's what I said, one on one. Now, of course, we're not going to be sitting on a computer for 2.5 hours. That's a little bit too much, but it incorporates wellness. So we will be going through the 5 points of wellness. We will be talking about anything that you are working with. So I'm going to help you with an issue. I'm going to help you with an area of your life, or I'm just going to help you with your whole life as a whole and self-care and things like that. So I have some interest in it. If you are interested in this one-on-one experience, you have to email me because that's how I know you're serious. Email me, and my email is down in the description below. I put the virtual summer camp and I put the one-on-one coaching experience in the description below. If you already have my number, you could just dial me up. Dial my heart. You could just dial me up if you have my number. If you're interested in this one-on-one experience, it's fully customized. I call you and we go over what your needs are, and then I step away and I plan, and then we set a date to have this one-on-one personal coaching experience. And what happens is you leave this coaching experience with a transformation plan. So we take the 2.5 hours to go through some activities to lead you to a transformation plan, and then you're done. You're done. And a lot of people like that better than like ongoing coaching. They just like the one-stop shop thing. So that's why I created that. But I still have my Success My Way Academy, and we are starting the academy on September 30th. It's moving to 3 weeks instead of 6 weeks. 3 weeks instead of 6 weeks because people just out and about, they just don't want to be in something for 6 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So I am paring it down to 3 weeks. It's going to start September 30th. So if you're interested in that, let me know. And yeah, I think those are all the announcements from Success My Way Coaching. um, Hi, Candace. Good morning. Hi there, Linda. Good morning. Welcome. All right. Seems like my tribe is here. My tribe is here. All right. So let's get started. And I do all those announcements so you can get your pen and paper. So I hope you got your pen and paper because we're about to talk about the signs of a happy person. Let's get started, y'all. So I took a course as a life coach from the University of Berkeley called The Science of Happiness. And I encourage you, if you have the time, if you have the means to take a course, and that course was free. It was on a platform called edX, but I think they pay. You got to pay now. But they might have a free version. So check it out, y'all. It's called edX. And you can take courses from top universities. So I finished a course. It was a long course too. On the science of happiness. And I wanted to share what I learned because I always say I took this course, but I never share what I actually learned on this course. So this month in July, I'm going to be talking about the science of happiness. And yes, it is a science. It started with positive psychology, who took and did experiments with happiness. And you'll be shocked, happiness is actually a complex topic. It's not like you're studying like animals or something. It's happiness. Like what is that? So but they have found out some things through science that works to make people happy. And so that's what I'm going to be sharing with you this month. So today I'm starting this series with the signs of a happy person. So, in my studies, I tried to find out like the definition of happiness, and I found a couple of definitions, which they all have the same stuff in them. But I'm just gonna share with you the definition of happiness, and then we're gonna get to the 19 signs that you are a happy person. Okay, so what is happiness? Anybody knows what happiness is? If you know what happiness is, put it in the chat. What is happiness? Um, People say like happiness is temporary. I hear that a lot. Like happiness is different from joy. Well, actually, in the science of happiness, happiness includes joy. Mm. So, happiness, there's actually people who study happiness. There are countries who are ranked in their happiness. Okay. So, can anybody guess the number one happy country in the world? And then can anybody guess where the United States is? So the number one happiest country in the entire world is, y'all ready? You ready? Okay, it's Finland. It's Finland. That's what I found out. It's Finland. So like the Nordic countries are really happy, and a lot of it has to do with government, and how their basic needs are met. They don't have too many poor people. They don't have too many rich people. The government supports them. If they want to change careers, the government supports them. They can get a free education. It's fascinating. And I'm like, I want to move to Finland. And then guess where the United States ranks in happiness? Can anybody guess? Actually, it's higher than I thought. United States ranks number 15 in the world. 15 in the world in happiness. And then you can guess like the other countries that rank really low, like Afghanistan is really low, China is kind of low. So you can tell, and it is a tribute to like different factors like government and your needs being met and community and things like that. So there's actually a national happiness ranking that's done worldwide. So people actually make money studying happiness. Success My Way Coaching, my business is founded on helping people with satisfaction of life. And so satisfaction is part of happiness. So that's why I like happiness. So what is happiness? Happiness is three things, y'all. Three little things. I call it ESP. Like you got ESP, you get it ESP. Happiness is based on three things: enjoyment, satisfaction, and purpose. ESP. Happiness is enjoyment, satisfaction, and purpose. And so my business, Success My Way Coaching, helps you with all three, but I do it through satisfaction. And let me tell you why I focus on life satisfaction. It is because, how can I say? Satisfaction is temporary. Now, that's temporary because if you think about it, I'm satisfied when I've accomplished something. And then after I accomplish that, I'm looking for something else. Okay. So, satisfaction is when you accomplish something. So, we're constantly going through like satisfied, not satisfied, satisfied, not satisfied, satisfied, not satisfied. So that's why I focused on that, because if we can manage our satisfaction with the 12 areas of our lives, we get closer to happiness. I've experienced my clients being so extremely happy after going through a sustained time with me because of the constant concentration on life satisfaction. Um, so that's satisfaction. Um, They call satisfaction the try treadmill. The try treadmill is when you try, and you do it. You lose the And then if you stumble, you gonna fall and fall flat on your face. You ever see somebody fall flat on their face on the treadmill? It's not pretty. But that's what satisfaction is. It's like you try, pursue, pursue, pursue. And then when you get the thing, it's like, okay, was that worth it? What's next? That's satisfaction. It's like that. Let's go to enjoyment because satisfaction is enjoyment, satisfaction, and purpose. So, what is enjoyment? Enjoyment is more than just pleasure, it's pleasure plus community, involving your internal values, sharing those values with other people. That's when you get enjoyment. Um, like people ask me, like, Lakisha, what do you enjoy? I just really, really enjoy spending time with my husband. For example, I get pleasure because he's so nice and he's so sweet, but then he's my husband, like he is my life partner. So being with him becomes enjoyment for me. I can give you another example. I really, really enjoy playing tennis. I like tennis. Tennis is a nice sport, especially in the summertime when you have nothing to do and it's nice outside. Get a racket, get a ball, let's go, let's play tennis. But why is that enjoyment? So the pleasure is I get pleasure in the sensory part of tennis where I can hit the ball and I can hear that pop, pop. I can hear that. I love hearing that sound. I love hitting the ball. I love scoring. So I get that pleasure. But also, you have to play tennis with somebody. It involves other people. Pickleball. That's why you think pickleball is getting like crazy good. First of all, you don't need to be highly athletic to do it. Second of all, you do it with up to 4 people. Enjoyment. Just think about when you enjoyed something. You were usually probably enjoying it because you get pleasure out of it and you're probably doing it with somebody else. Theodolinda said, oh, thank you, Theodolinda. Theodolinda is pasting everything in the chat if you're taking notes. All right. So, and that leads to your fulfillment. Happiness is fulfillment. So, my question for you is like, are you fulfilled? Are you fulfilled? Because that contributes to you being a happy person. And guess what I learned? What else I learned about happiness is that you can become more happy. So, they did all these studies, and what they found was is that 60% of, well, not even 60, I think it's like 50%. 50% of your happiness is genetic. So, did you know genetically people are born with different amounts of happiness? Did you know that? Did you know genetically people are born with different amounts of happiness? I was like, wow, I didn't know that. So I know I was born with a certain level of happiness. That's probably more than other people because people keep telling me that. But yeah. So anyway, they're born with that. But then like 40% of happiness is on you. It's on you. So that means, y'all, that you can actually make yourself more happy. Ooh. You can actually make yourself more happy. 40% of your happiness is on what you decide to do. Isn't that fascinating? And I forgot what the other 10% was. I forgot what the other 10%, probably your circumstances. Maybe the other 10% is your circumstances. Yes. Slay Maya, that's my daughter. She said, I definitely have the happiness gene. Yeah, you got that from your mama. You got that from your mama. So so yeah, so this is good news because even if you may not have been born with a high happiness, you can do things to make yourself more happy and like even that out, right? Like Tina Turner, rest her soul, Tina Turner. Everybody loves Tina Turner. I love Tina Turner. And I was watching some videos of her talking. You know, when somebody passed away, you get like you just start watching their stuff. And she said, like, she lived in Switzerland. Switzerland is one of the happiest places in the world, too, by the way, even though everybody is kind of got some money. But she said that she is happy. She worked all her life and now she's happy. She said in that interview, if I died today, I will be happy. So isn't that the goal? But isn't that the goal, right? Is that when we pass, we don't pass in anguish and we don't pass in suffering, but we pass in peace. you know. I just thought that was fascinating. So yeah, so that's happiness. And then with money, so let me just say this real quick with money. The more money you have, the more happy you can potentially be. There are poor people who are happy, but if you have more money, you're generally more happy until you reach a cap. Okay, so y'all bear with me. Bear with. I know y'all gonna be like, if I had $1 million, I'd be happy. But actually, once you have all your needs met, okay, once you can get anything you want, then money can become something that makes you unhappy. Ooh. Mm. Yes, Theodore, you are very happy. Yes. I love it. So once you reach a cap, you can become unhappy. I think about like Kanye West. I saw something when he was talking about medication, like he's on this medication or whatever. And I was just like, wow, he's like one of the richest men alive and he's on medication. You see? So so bear with me. Happiness really does not have too much to do with money. It has to do with you, with how you were born, a little bit about your circumstance, a little bit about money. Because if you're really poor, you're not happy. Like you can't be super poor and happy. That doesn't mix. But if you can sustain yourself when you got a good government job and stuff like that, then you can have agency on being happy. And so happiness is not really tied to being rich. Rich people are happier in general, but happiness is really not tied to being rich. It's tied to you and your enjoyment and your satisfaction and you knowing your purpose. And what is purpose? Purpose is meaning. Purpose is meaning. How much meaning do you feel like you're operating in what you were born to do? Do you feel like you are operating in your calling? So that's happiness. So if somebody say, "Do you know are you happy?" You ask yourself, "Do I have enjoyment? Do I have life satisfaction? And am I operating in meaningful work, my life purpose?" And if it's yes, 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 you're happy. One book that I'm reading that I've been telling everybody about is this book. It's by a lady named Kristen Butler. She's the founder of the Power of Positivity. And I'm sure she's had some happiness, science of happiness training. But this book is called The Comfort Zone. And one thing I like about this book is that it gives you an assessment in here. I took the assessment and I'm pretty happy. Okay. But it gives you an assessment in here and it asks you three things. They ask you if you are in your comfort zone, which she defines comfort zone as your happy zone, right? Or are you in survival zone? Survival zone. That's like the second lowest. And then the lowest zone you can be in is the complacent zone, the complacent zone. So people in the complacent zone are not happy. They're not happy. It says you for the complacent. Let's talk about complacent. I'm reading from this book right here. It says you might be so far beyond exhausted that you literally don't have any more energy to spend on trying new things. That's the unhappy zone, the complacent zone, okay? Things you once loved might not matter as much as they used to, and feelings of giving up cross your mind. You may be battling a health challenge. So that's the complacent zone. That's the lowest zone. The second lowest zone is the survival zone. So I believe most people are like in the survival zone. Here in this book, and I'm sure you get in the comfort zone, it said the survival zone. I'm not going to read this one's pretty long, but it says you might have beliefs that push you into more action and say things like no pain, no gain, and I'll sleep when I'm dead. You might also take great pride in your ability to work despite your discomforts, like you work through your discomforts and you push yourself beyond your limits. That's the survival zone. Y'all, that's not a sustainable place to be. And most of us are in that zone. It's not sustainable. So our goal should be in the comfort zone. Let me tell yes, it's on Amazon. Let me tell you what the comfort zone says. Okay. This is the happy zone. It says, this means that while you're dedicated to your own growth and your own expansion, you take time to honor your own needs. It is a privilege and an honor to be able to honor your own needs. You're willing to ask for help when you need it, and you move through your challenges with a positive solution-based attitude that helps you find the open doors you seek. So this is, you have a positive attitude. Y'all, if I could write another book, I would write a book called The Power of Positive Attitude. I mean, the positive attitude gets you through the good and the bad times, but nevertheless, I don't want to digress. So, happiness is a state of well being that encompasses living a good life, being satisfied with what you have, and experiencing positive emotions. Okay, experiencing positive emotion. All right, so let's get to the signs. So now that you know what happiness is, what is the signs of a happiness person? Actually, there's 19 of them, and you can find these 19. I did not make them up. I got these 19 from Psychology Today. So if you go online and type in Psychology Today, signs of a happy person, you'll see these. But I'm going to run through them. Theodore Linda, you ready? Theodore Linda is so great. She always writes down my list, because I always come with a good list of stuff. I hope y'all got a Success My Way journal. Who got their Success My Way notes journal? Y'all better get that notes journal so y'all can take y'all notes. All right, so it's on Amazon. Success My Way coaching notes journal, and I always get stuff on here, but you can wipe it off with a wipe. Anyway, signs of a happy person. Number one, how do you know? Thank you, Theodore Linda. Do you think fake it till you make it works when it comes to happiness? Oh, that's a good one, Slay Maya. That's a very good question. So my answer is yes. And let me tell you why fake it till you make it is very good for happiness, because it requires faith. So if I'm faking something until I make it, that means I have faith that eventually I'm going to get to where I want to be. I'm gonna give you an example. When I wanted to be an entrepreneur, I heard somebody say, even if you're not an entrepreneur, wake up every day like you're an entrepreneur. So that's what I started to do. I said, wait a minute. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to get ready. I'm going to exercise. I'm going to write down my goals. I'm going to eat the frog in the morning. I was like, I'm going to operate as business owner Lakisha, even when I didn't have a business. And that means I was having faith. I was having faith that eventually that my faith in being an entrepreneur was going to catch up with the reality of me becoming one. And now today I am one. See, I don't have to fake it. I wake up every day with my own business. So yes, fake it till you make it. I don't like that because it sounds negative. But if you think about what you're really doing, is you are exhibiting faith, and faith is required for happiness. Very good question, Slay Maya. All right, so let's go to signs of a happy person. And this is 19 of them. Number one, y'all got your pen and paper? Here we go. Signs you are happy. Number one is that you are open to learning new things. You are open to learning new things. You ever meet somebody that's closed-minded? They're very depressing. I mean, a closed-minded person be like, I don't want to hear. I don't care what you say. They shut you down. This is rude. Also, if you are complacent and you don't want to learn anything new, that goes against your naturalness, because naturally as humans we should be doing new things. We should be growing and changing. We should be growing and changing like a plant, like a flower, like a bird. We should be growing and changing. So if you don't want to learn anything new, oh, I don't want to do that. Can you open up your mind a little bit? That, because happy people stay open. I'm like, I was talking to somebody the other day. They was like, I don't know about that, but I'm open to learning. Boom, that person's happy. So be open, y'all. Don't shut down new opportunities. Don't shut down things that you are scared of. You're like, I had never done that before. I'm kind of scared, but tell me more about it. Like, have that stance versus like, I'm not. So Maybe somebody you're encountering is not happy because they're closed-minded. I don't know. We shall see. Such a great answer. Thank you, Dr. Lakisha. You are so welcome. All right. Number two, the second sign of a happy person is that they are high in humility and patience. Humility and patience. Humility and patience. One thing I don't like personally is when people once were humble and then they're not humble anymore. That like they just turn their nose up at people. I don't like that because I feel like you should be your authentic self. So either when you were humble, you weren't authentic, or now that you're snooty, you're really authentic, and that's disappointing. So I'm just saying. So their humility and their patience is there. And people think I'm patient, but actually I think I'm impatient. Like I think I personally need more work in patience category. But I do get feedback that people think I'm patient. So obviously my work on myself is manifesting in some kind of way. So if you know yourself, and as I go through these 19, you see that maybe you fall short in one of these, maybe that's your area of work. Okay. So the second thing is that happy people have humility and they are patient. They are not rushing people. They're not saying, come on, come on, come on, let me get the answer, get the answer, get the answer. They're not doing that. Happy people are just kind of chilling. And I know sometimes like this is not anxiety. This is different. You don't want to say, well, I'm anxious. Anxiety is a separate thing than being patient in your personality. Because you can have a patient personality and have anxiety. You know what I mean? They're not the same, so don't equate those. But humility and patience is what's good for people who are happy. The next one, number 3, is happy people smile and laugh readily. They smile and laugh readily. I know people always tell me, look at you, got a nice smile. Because I mean, first of all, I want my cheekbones to stay high. Yeah, we having fun today. I want my cheekbones to stay high. So you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna smile. Because I'm getting old. I want some cheeks. I'm just kidding, y'all. I just like laughing and smiling. I think like somebody at work told me, they were like, I knew you were here because I heard your laugh. Like my laugh precedes me. People know my laugh. Isn't that joyous that people know you by your laugh? Wow. Like, wow. Like I'm so like humbled by that. Like you know me because of my laugh, because of my joy. That's amazing. Um, Let's see what y'all saying here. I love that y'all talking in the chat too, by the way. Marva said, the older I get, the more impatient I am. Yes, I agree. I agree. I agree. That's why I have to do a conscious effort to work on my patience because yeah, once you get a lot of life experience under you, you just can't tolerate a lot of stuff. So yeah, you got to do a conscious effort to work on that patience, right? That's good. Theodore Linda says, patience. I have 25 cents worth of patience. I need to work on that. Yes. So again, this is good, y'all. This is good. So happy people are patient. So work on your patience and it probably will affect your happiness, right? All right. So we said smiling and laughing readily. Number 4. Number 4 is that you go with the flow. Happy people, they go with the flow. They're not really anxious for a lot. They don't really complain about a lot. They just go with the flow. I don't know how much I personally go with the flow, but I think I do a good job of it. I mean, it takes a lot to get me wound up. It takes a lot. I usually go with the flow. Um, Number 5 is practice compassion. Happy people are compassionate towards other people. And this is good. Like the most unhappy people in the world are judgmental. I want to pause right there. Being judgmental is the opposite of compassion. Because if you have compassion with people, you may not understand what they're going through, but you're really seeking to understand. You're really seeking to understand what people are going through, even if you may not agree with it, even if you may not understand it, you're really compassionate. Whereas if you're judgmental, you already made a judgment about the person based on a little bit of information. And that's not right, y'all. That's not right. So if you feel like you're a little judgmental, try to be more compassionate and be more compassionate towards yourself. I mean, practice with yourself first. If you can be compassionate towards yourself, because usually I know too, if you're judgmental of other people, that means you're highly judging of yourself, and that makes you unhappy. Okay. So happy people practice compassion. Number 6 is they're often grateful. Happy people are often grateful. And I said, what's the key word? The key word is not grateful. The key word is often. Often grateful. This one right here, I do make a conscious effort to do. I'll wake up in the morning and say, think 3 things I'm grateful for. Every morning I wake up, I'm like, thank you, Lord, for this darkness and peace that I'm waking up into. Thank you, Lord, that I am safe and I opened my eyes this morning. And thank you, Lord, for all the goodness that is to come. Like 3, just if you wake up every morning and say 3 things you're grateful for, it will increase your happiness. Okay. It will increase your happiness. And what I found with gratefulness is that it counteracts negative thought. So if you are waking up and you're waking up with a lot of negative thought, gratefulness counteracts the negative thought and it gives you the strength to move on. So when you're feeling low, when you're feeling depressed and sad, challenge yourself by just saying 3 grateful things every morning and watch the difference. Okay. Gratefulness, very powerful in the science of happiness. There are a lot of studies that talk about the power of gratefulness scientifically. It works, y'all. I'm telling you, it's science. All right, number 7. Number 7 is happy people exercise self-care. And it's so funny because my husband, I think he gave me, my husband, so he feeds my addiction for planners and journals. So my husband bought me this. Look at that, a self-care journal. He don't know anything about this. I don't even know how. Does my husband know about self-care? I don't know. But obviously, he knew about this and he bought me this on his own. I'm so proud of him. And it's like an intentional way of tracking your self-care. It says, what did you do today to take care of yourself? That's one of the questions in this self-care book. I have no idea where he got this from. I'm thinking it might have been like Target or something. A journal for taking care of you. That's what it says. So if you have a overemphasis on self-care, I think that's okay. I don't think you can ever have too much self-care, especially if you're living, you're trying to get something done, you're trying to reach goals. You need to take some step away, look away moments and take care of yourself. Happy people do that a lot. Okay. Number 8, happy people enjoy healthy relationships. Happy people enjoy healthy relationships. So you can tell unhappy people because when they encounter a healthy relationship, they don't know what to do with it because they're so used to awful relationships. So, and I'm talking about all relationships. I'm not just talking about like a man, a man woman or spousal relationship or partner relationship. I'm not talking about those types of relationships. I'm talking about any relationship. Do you have a healthy relationship with your friends? Do you have a healthy relationship with your colleagues at work? Do you have a healthy relationship with your children? Like happy people, they enjoy the healthiness of the relationship. Whereas people who are unhappy, they don't enjoy a healthy relationship. I don't know one unhappy person that enjoy healthy relationships. They appear irritated by healthy relationships. They appear to self-sabotage themselves from healthy relationships. So check your relationship meter. Are you pushing away healthy relationships because you're so used to awful relationships? Then that means you're not really happy. I'm just saying. I know I might be pushing some of my buttons. I'm sorry. I'm a life coach. That's what I do. So think about that. Number 9. Healthy people are happy for others. How many people know people that cannot be happy for others? Raise your hand. Them not happy people. Okay. Happy people are always happy for others in spite of themselves. I met people that say, "Oh, she's so happy. I don't want to hear about nothing Okay, you're not happy right now. What's wrong with you? Like, you should be happy for others in spite of yourself. So, um, even though, like, when I was pursuing my doctoral journey, I think I stayed in my school. Like, some people got into school and later than me and graduated earlier than me, and I was still in school. Okay, I was like, "Oh my God, why am I still in school? Everybody graduates than me." But did that stop me from being happy for them? Did I say, "I can't stand them"? No, I didn't. I said, "Congratulations." I'm sending people gifts, everything. Take people out to eat. Happy people are happy for others in spite of themselves. So practice being happy for others. Don't hate on, don't bring out that hateration Kool-Aid. Don't bring out that hateration Kool-Aid. Hateration is a sign that you are unhappy. I'm just saying. Be happy for others. All right. Number 10. We're moving fast. Number 10, the 10th sign that a person is happy is that they give and receive without torment. They give and receive without torment. So let's break this down a little bit. They give without torment. The Bible said God loves a cheerful giver. You should give cheerfully. If you're helping somebody, you should help cheerfully. It should not be a tormentous thing for you to give. And if it feels like torment, I want you to question that. If it feels like torment for you to give, question that. So, it's a lot of controversy in churches because you'll go to churches and they'll say, God said you should be a cheerful giver, but I ain't cheerful giving to your church. Okay, this is an example. I'm not cheerful giving to your church. You keep telling me I need to be cheerful, but I ain't cheerful. I don't like giving you nothing. So you have to analyze that. Why are you not a cheerful giver to the place that is feeding your soul? I'm going to say that again. Why are you not a cheerful giver to the place that's feeding your soul? Does it mean they're not really feeding your soul? Does it mean that you are just generally unhappy? Like, what does that mean? And what action do you need to take? Do you need to go within yourself and figure out why it's hard for you to be a cheerful giver? Do you need to change your church? So this is what I'm saying, y'all. I'm telling you things because I want you to analyze your own happiness. Analyze your own happiness when I go through these. Am I a happy person in these areas? And if I'm not, just ask the question, why? Why am I not happy? Don't say, I don't know. I don't know why I'm not happy. And that's it. Okay, don't start with I don't know. Don't start just with I don't know. Start with why. Okay, why don't I like giving in this area? What's stopping me from giving? What's bothering me about this? Ask the question why, and that will help you get to the root cause of the issue, because you want to give without torment and you want to receive without torment. Okay, let's go to receive without torment. You ever meet somebody that you can't give them a compliment because they don't take your compliment? So you might say, "Oh, girl, you look good." "Oh, girl, this raggedy old thing." "Girl, please, I don't look good. You being nice." I mean, just say thank you. When I say you look good, can you just say thank you? People value thank you. You stop people from giving you compliments because every time I give you a compliment, you shutting it down. "Oh, you're beautiful." "Oh, that's just a filter on Instagram, honey. I am not beautiful." "Oh, I don't want to give you no compliments no more. You keep shooting down my compliment. Can you just say thank you and receive without torment? Receive my compliment without torment and just say thank you." So, so you'll see me. There's some gestures I use for thank you. Like, I'll do this. This means thank you. Like, if somebody say, "Oh, Lakisha, da, 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 da," I'll be like, "Thank you. This is thank you. This is thank you." Like, or patting. This is a thank you. I do this a lot, especially if I'm walking and it's a lot of people and they're like, "Oh, girl," and I be like, and I do this. Thank you, like that. Or I'll do this. It's like the Asian way of greeting. Like somebody say something and I'll say thank you. So even if you feel uncomfortable with saying thank you can do this, you can do this, you can do this, but just say thank you and receive it without torment, because this is feedback. This is feedback to you. All these things that people say to you is feedback, and you should thank people because they don't have to say it. They don't have to say nice things to you. So when you're receiving, receive without torment. Okay. Um, I don't want to miss what you said. Hi, Tori. Tori said that is so true. Thank you thrills me. Yeah, people are happy when you just say thank you. You know, thank you is free. So just say thank you, because you make the person who gave you the compliment, you make them feel good when you just say thank you. You make them feel bad when you receive with torment. Okay. All right. I spent too much time on that. Number 11. Happy people live with meaning and purpose. They live with meaning and purpose. In fact, I want to say they work with meaning and purpose. Does your work give you meaning? Is your life purposeful? And so here is something that I struggle with too. Like, you may don't think that just because you're doing something meaningful and purposeful, that thing is meaningful and purposeful for you. Ooh, okay. Y'all want me to say that again? Okay, I'm gonna say that again. Don't think that just because you're doing something meaningful and purposeful, that meaningful and purposeful thing that you're doing is for you. And guess what? It can change over time. So you can start off with this thing that's meaningful and purposeful. And then you can change over here. Say, you know what? That doesn't serve me anymore. I think I want to go over here. You ever hear people do career changes and stuff like that? Because they are realizing that whatever was meaningful and purposeful at first is no longer that. Now, I'm not talking about if you're in a situation where like you really like something, but you're around a bunch of negative people. I mean, it doesn't matter where you are. If you're around a bunch of negative people, your meaning and purpose is going to be blinded because it's too much negativity. Too much negativity will blind you from your purpose. So you have to make sure that you're not unhappy because of the negativity. That it has to be, oh, I'm unhappy because my meaning and purpose is actually changing. And did you know that purpose is changeable? When I was little, I was told, you should have a purpose. Nah, I got multiple purposes, and my purpose can change over time. I'm gonna say that again. I can have multiple purposes, and my purposes can change over time. So I want to debunk your myth that everybody has one purpose. No, that's not true. That's not true. All right, based on science of happiness. Theodore Linda says, knowing when something is no longer serving you is freeing. Yes, absolutely, Theodore Linda. You are, yes. Being free means I am in alignment with my purpose. Being free means I am in alignment with my purpose. So, in your pursuit, in your survival zone, you should be pursuing that freedom. Come on, y'all. Oh my God. We're about to get deep a little bit. In your survival zone where you are hustling and hustling and hustling. Let's get it. Let's get it. I gotta do this. You should always be hustling towards freedom. And then recognize when you get there and pause. When you get to freedom, now you can slow down. Now you can get into that flow zone, that happiness zone, that comfort zone. Okay. So just being clear about that and knowing yourself well enough to know when you're free and to know when you're in the complacent zone, survival zone, or the comfort zone. All right. Number 12. Happiness people people who are happy do not feel entitled, and they have fewer expectations. They do not feel entitled. You ever meet somebody who just feel like they should do, I should be doing this. I'm Dr. So and so, and I should be doing this. Happy people are not, they don't feel entitled. They feel great. If I feel grateful, I don't feel entitled. I don't feel like anybody owes me anything. And then happy people have fewer expectations. Fewer expectations. I always tell people to decrease your expectations or change your expectation, because your expectations is making you unhappy. Sometimes we have unrealistic expectations. I'm going to say it again. Sometimes we have unrealistic expectations. And mostly about people. You have to change your expectations of people. And this is honoring. You're honoring people by changing your expectations of them. Like, if I encounter someone that I think is really great, maybe like a celebrity. You ever heard that thing that said, don't ever meet your celebrity? Don't ever meet somebody you look up to because you'll be disappointed. Y'all ever hear that? Because my expectations, like if I ever met Beyonce, oh my God, like if I met Beyonce, I would have all these high expectations, like she's just angels. But what if I meet Beyonce and she like says, get out my face? Like she'd be like, ew, get out my face. I would be highly disappointed. Oh my gosh. But if I go into meeting her with no expectations or few expectations and know that she's just a human like everybody else, if she does that, I'll feel bad, but I won't equate it to her being evil. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen people do that actually to Beyonce. They walk past her and she don't say nothing to them. They be like, she a bee like people say she is. They just real nasty. But change your expectations of people, y'all. Change your expectations of situations, change your expectations of things, and make them fewer. Some of us are perfectionists. We want everybody to be perfect, even though we view ourselves as perfect, even though we flaw. We think we perfect and we want everybody else to be perfect. That's unhappiness. That's unhappiness. So you don't want to feel like somebody owes you something, and you don't want to have the wrong expectations of others or things. Okay. Number 13 is happy people are not spiteful and they're not insulting. Happy people are not spiteful and they're not insulting. So you ever hear somebody say an insulting joke? People who say insulting jokes, there's a bit of unhappiness behind that joke. So just be aware of when you're talking to people, how they act. If somebody is spiteful, be like, yeah, I'm going to get you back. Is that a happy statement? I'm just saying. And if you get enjoyment out of being spiteful and insulting, that's like the opposite of happiness. That's like evil. So try not to, if you know people who get joy out of being spiteful and joy out of being insulting, they are seriously unhappy. Okay. All right. Let's go to 14. So we have about 5 more left. 14, happy people do not hold grudges. Happy people forgive. Happy people forgive. So practicing forgiveness makes you happier, because remember, forgiveness is not for them. Forgiveness is for you to release the pain and the weight off of you. You have to forgive. So happy people do not hold grudges. Number 15, happy people do not trip off small things. You ever said, don't sweat the small stuff? Wasn't that a book? Wasn't that a book that's called Don't Sweat the Small Stuff? I think that was a book at one point. But anyway, happy people don't sweat the small stuff. There's little annoyances. They don't, it's like life is so much bigger to a happy person that little things they actually don't even see them. Like often people would say, Lakisha, did you see that? It's not that I'm absent-minded. It's just like, that's it. That's nothing. Yeah, I saw it. And I mean, what's the problem with that again? Like, I have bigger issues than to be thinking about little small stuff. I'm happy. I ain't got time to be like nitpicking at Who, somebody who does that, they be nitpicking at little stuff. Child, no, I ain't got time to be doing all that. I got other happy things to be thinking about. So if y'all like this, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Hit that like button if you like this. I need y'all to hit that like button so more people can see this on YouTube. Yes, it was a book. Okay, Marva, thank you. Because I remember that sound familiar. I think I read that book. It was like a long time ago. Okay, 16. Happy people do not angst over yesterday and tomorrow. Happy people do not angst over yesterday and tomorrow. In other words, they're mindful, they're present. I am just going to be happy with what is happening to me right now. Let me deal with that. Because if I stay too long in the past, I'm going to get re-traumatized or re-triggered, right? If I stay too much in the future, I stay in the survival zone where I'm constantly trying to catch up. But if I rest in the present, I'm in my comfort zone right now, in this moment. So happy people do not ruminate over the past, and they do not ruminate over the future, but they reverence the present. And that's why it's called present, because it's a gift. You being alive right now in this moment in time, watching me, doing what you're doing right now while you're watching me is a gift. It's the present. Okay. So happy people understand that. Number 17. And we got 3 more. Happy people do not play games. Okay. I like this one right here. Happy people do not play games. Like, I can tell you a story about my son. So, my son has friends, and I just noticed like his friends are very jokey or whatever. My husband, I said my husband, he looks like my husband, but my son, he does not really play games with people. Like he'll like to do like fun stuff and joke around, but like dangling people on a string, and my son doesn't do that. So I noticed that about him. But I don't do that either. I don't really play games with people. I'm pretty much a straight shooter. Like most happy people are pretty much straight shooters. They don't play games with nobody. Okay. So I'm a straight shooter. I don't really play games. I am who I am. And one thing I love about not playing games is you take me at face value. What you see is the same person I am when I'm off camera. It's the same person I am when you meet me in person. Like I ain't much different. And I don't play games with people. I don't play them. You know that song, you can't play with my yo-yo. I don't yo-yo people around. I don't do all that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, happy people don't play too many games. Like they're happy, but they're kind of serious. They're kind of serious. You ever I noticed that about comedians. Like comedians, they joke on stage, but off stage, they are serious. They're pretty serious people. Like we think about Dave Chappelle and Kevin Hart. I've seen these people get very, very serious real fast. So it's just interesting. Like happy people don't play games. That's a powerful one. Thank you, Marva. Number 18. Number 18, happy people are not martyrs or victims. Happy people are not martyrs or victims. Okay, so some people make a career out of being a victim. I'm just saying. Some people are victim vixens. Some people may have an art of being a victim. But a happy person is not going to look at themselves as a victim. When I hear people talk like this, when they say, yeah, that happened to me, but I just really have to look at myself and analyze like why that happened. Why did I allow that to happen to me? Okay, that's not a victim statement. Victims blame. And when you think of blame, it is the lowest point of energy. Blame is the lowest point of energy. So if I'm constantly being a victim, that means I'm blaming other people and I'm staying in this low form of happiness is up here. blaming people for and being a victim and it's everybody else's fault. It's down here. So try not to always say, oh, it's your fault I'm doing this. It's your fault. That is a low form of energy. That person is not happy. They're not happy. Okay. So practice the art of anti blaming. Practice the art of anti blaming. Don't blame people. Just go within yourself and analyze, why did I allow that to happen? Because I am my own person. I live in a free country. I can do what I want to do. Why did I allow this to happen? And start analyzing yourself. You ever hear people say, like, why do I keep attracting the same type of person? You ever hear people say that? Why do I keep attracting the same type of person? So this is the same thing. Why do I keep blaming other people? Why do I keep blaming other people? In both those scenarios, you are the factor that remains the same. It's you. You are the constant. In all your relationships, you are the constant. In all your victim scenarios, you are the constant. So when you go to blame, you picking at all the scenarios and you bypassing yourself. So happy people do not bypass themselves and they do not blame others. They be like, you did it. You the one told me to do this. Okay, but it was your choice to listen. Come on, I'm just saying. Yo, we all have agency of our own selves. So happy people have agency of their own selves. And they're not martyrs. They don't want to die on the cross of blame. No, happy people don't do that. I'm just going to die on this cross of just nobody cares. Happy people don't do that. I don't die on the cross and think that nobody likes me. I don't do that. I don't walk around, nobody likes me. Happy people are not martyrs. They don't do that. That's what a martyr is. So if this is a struggle for you, then you know this is your area of growth. All right, number 19, the last one. You all hung in there with me. We're on the last one, y'all. Number 19, the 19th sign that you are a happy person is that you are not a happiness hoarder. You are not a happiness hoarder. You're not stingy with your happiness. You are not saying, I'm going to be happy and I'm not giving happiness. I'm going to make sure nobody in here is happy but me. No, happy people don't do that. They don't hoard their happiness. They want to spread love instead of spreading lies. Y'all remember that song? Oh my gosh, that song's so old. But anyway, happy people wants to spread joy and spread love and spread happiness. They don't want to hoard it and just keep it for themselves. And they're not happy if they're happy and everybody else is miserable. That don't make happy people happy. We're happy when we see everybody happy. You know, I'm generally a happy person. That's why I like Christmas. Why do I like Christmas? Because it's the one time of year when more people are happier. And I'm not the only one. And I'm not the only one. And by the way, this is Christmas in July. So if you go over to my other channel, Lakisha Loves 2, the number 2 plan, go over there because I will be doing a Christmas in July series over on my other channel because it's Christmas in July. So excited. But anyway, happy people do not keep their happiness to themselves. All right, that's number 19. All right, let me know by liking this video if you enjoyed these signs of people who are happy. So I'm going to continue with this Science of Happiness series next week. Yes, next week end. Also, during the week, I'm going to do another video on my new offering, my one-on-one personal coaching experience. If you want some personal coaching in any of the 12 areas of your life, if you want some personal coaching on an issue, I am going to carve out 2.5 hours, just you and me, to get it done. And it's going to be fun. Well, some of it might not be, but it'll be all towards your transformation. So if you're interested in that one-on-one opportunity, please go down in the chat. If you are interested in hanging out with me for a couple hours, one-on-one to resolve something that you want to resolve, let me know by emailing me at the email below. Also, remember that we have the virtual camp happening for adults only on July 24th, and I'm going to do some flyers. We are going to be doing crafting and coloring. We're going to have a crafting and coloring party. It is going to involve glitter. So you just got to make sure you're ready for glitter because we're going to bling bling stuff. But it's going to be fun. So make sure you join that. If you want to join that, that is in the chat. It's only $30, $15 per event. At these events, I do giveaways. So if you were at the first event in June, I gave away some stuff and I mailed it to your house. Like, it's fun. This is meant to be fun. So definitely, definitely, definitely contact me. Go in the description below. Go on my website, successmywaycoaching.com, successmywaycoaching.com. All of this is on there. So you can be in the pursuit of your own happiness, like my shirt says. And you can get a cup of happy, like my cup says. Oh, don't show that part that has my lipstick on, but it's my coffee. But anyway. Yeah, I'm having fun with y'all today. Thank y'all for hanging out. Y'all know what I'm about to say. Oh, wait, before I say it, I see some stuff in the chat. Hold on. Yes, I was just going to talk about Christmas in July. Yes. Yes, Christmas in July is going to be on Lakisha Loves to Play. This should have been called Are You Happy? Let's see. That's a good one. That's a good one. I think that was in my was that in my sub thing? I don't know. Yes, Marv, if you are happy, if you are happy and you know it, if you are happy and you know it, clap your hands. I love it. I love it. All right, you know what I'm about to say. You know what I'm about to say. It's Self-Love Saturday. What are you doing today? What are you doing today on the Saturday? It is the holiday weekend with fireworks and gatherings and cookouts in the beach. What are y'all doing? What are you doing to make yourself happy? I hope you're doing something fun. I bought some white paint because I am starting a project. I'm doing some project therapy. I am going to be trying to paint my cabinets white. So I'm going to start. I'm not going to finish the project. Well, I might finish the project. I don't know. But I'm definitely going to start that project this weekend, painting my cabinets white. I am going to film it, and I'm going to put the film of me painting my cabinets white over on Lakisha Loves to Play. So you make sure you go over there and subscribe to my other channel as well. Got some stuff upcoming. But yeah, until then, enjoy yourself. Some of you I'm going to see sooner than others because some of you are in my once a month group called Stack Success Tribe Accountability Circle. So I will see some of you there. Some of you I'll see on the virtual camp. Some of you I will see with the one-on-one personal coaching experience. Some of you I will see over on Lakisha Loves to Plan. So whatever way, I will see you again. Thank you so much for hanging out, y'all. I love y'all much. I'll talk to you later. Bye, friends.